Hey you guys, good morning. So this video is questions and just some story time. Okay, so I've been having plumbing issues in this residence that I am in currently in. Also in the previous residence that I was living in. So I was questioning, do you think that they can have a certain way to cause plumbing issues in order to be a hassle or a nuisance to you while you're living there? I was thinking, oh, it's just old, or it's a coincidence that the units that I currently have been living in just been having plumbing problems back to back, you guys. But the only reason that made me want to bring it to your attention and see if this is happening to you as well, because you're a target, is the fact that my sunroom was getting flooded, and when we arrived home, it's always when we're gone we come back. Not always. One time it was at nighttime, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. I woke up, water was everywhere. But for the couple times after that, we would come home and it's just water. You're like, where's the water coming from? This is weird. So long story short, I go to my sunroom and his room is flooded, and his room is like adjacent to the bathroom. And so we like, there's no way that the water can be flooding his room. And so we call the management. We go, hey, our room is flooded. We don't even know why. We can't even determine where it's coming from, because the way his bedroom is connected, it shouldn't come in there. And she goes, oh, I don't know. Well, we'll send a plumber. So she sends a plumber, right? And the plumber comes and he's like, okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna just go upstairs and check and see. It is. So when he checks to see, he goes, oh yeah, because the neighbors upstairs unit, they said they flooded, but they cleaned it up. And I'm like, well, they didn't report it to the landlord, because the landlord or management don't even know that something has taken place. Okay, long story short, they fix it. 2 weeks after that, my room is flooded again. My room is flooded for the fourth time, and it's regarding the same regarding an issue that has to be with the tub in the shower. And my room is connected to that wall where the shower pipes are located. Okay, they come and fix it, and the plumber knows exactly what the issue is. My thing is that he finds it within 5 minutes. That's their job. They're professionals. So I can't dispute that and say, oh, well, that's targeting. No, so that's why I'm bringing it to your attention, because this keeps happening. And then one of the neighbors go, oh, you might want to check the pipe outside of your house, because somebody could have hit it. I didn't even know I had a pipe connected to my room or the bathroom, the main line, where if you can mess with it, water can leak. She said, because I think they can do that. And I'm wondering if she's trying to tell me, or is that just a possibility? Because we couldn't find out why it's leaking. She said, oh, check the main line outside. Right there is connected to your wall unit. I was just like, okay, she's right. And this lady, she was very nice. She was not a part of my targeting. Her husband started when he lost his job. Keyword, when he lost his job. Can't make this up. He became a part of my targeting, where he would sit down and wait. And it's so hard to deny that he was a part of it, because that's the one I showed you guys the video where it was the black car. It was just sitting there, and as soon as I get out, he jumps out and he walks in front of my son, like to the point where he almost hit the box out my son's arm. Okay. And it's sad, because they're really nice people, but if he needed the money, I guess he felt like, well, I guess it's time to start targeting her, because they had a lot of stuff happening to them where I feel like even if they wasn't targeting me, maybe they was asked, and they started getting harassed because somebody threw a big old boulder out their door. These same people, somebody broke their window on their truck, then somebody broke into their truck. It was just like, and nobody else, this was not happening to nobody else, so that's something to think about. The lady, I still speak to her, because she doesn't really get involved like that. You can tell she's just like, and because she came to me and was like, are you spiritual? Like trying to get, it seemed like she was trying to give me heads up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm very spiritual. She said, because if not, I have some stuff that you can put in front of your door. They can be witchcraft too. I don't play with getting stuff from people. I don't care. And she like, and it will block out any bad entities. And she said she's Hispanic, so they believe in putting aloe vera plants in front of their door. They said catches bad spirits. She said, if you want, you can scoot some over in front of your door, because she's probably thinking that whatever's happening is a spiritual attack, which she's correct. Long story short, so yeah, you guys, I was wondering about that. Have you guys experienced plumbing issues a lot more than normal, because we had to actually move out the last residence that I was in because the plumbing issue was so bad, and it just kept happening and happening, and it didn't make no sense. So we was like, we just gonna move. This don't make, we can't keep going through this, right? And a lot of people are like, well, why you don't buy? We tried to buy, you guys. We was denied access of buying. We didn't even get past the looking process. Okay, so we got approved supposedly. Okay, they told us the amount verbally. We got the real estate agent, which we know and I know as well, says when you get approved for amount, you will get an acceptance letter. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. We keep requesting the letter. They will not email us the letter. They will not even release the letter to the real estate agent. So the real estate agent was like, that's not normal. They're supposed to release this information to you in writing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true, but they didn't release it, right? Okay, so on top of them not releasing it, then the real estate agent was like, won't you guys go with somebody else? And I was like, okay, let's go with somebody else. Isn't that crazy? They kept telling us, oh, you got approved for this amount. The amount that we got approved for, it wouldn't have given us the right amount for the house that we wanted, because in California we was trying to seek at least a 4-bedroom home. The amount that they released for us, we would have had to live in the hood, and I refused to live in the hood. And they would not show us this in writing. They kept verbally telling us. And I said, well, it's 3 of us on this application. Everybody credit was above 650. Okay, my son's was almost in the 7s, and he had 2 jobs. I had my job, and then the other person on the application had their full-time job plus good credit. To this day, they never gave us it in writing. Okay, so then we switched to another real estate company, and we was like, well, can we transfer? Because once you get approved, you are allowed to transfer within 60 days. You are allowed to just transfer your information over without. You can go to multiple lenders without having to run your credit again. So we said, let's just transfer it over to a different unit. This unit would never accept our paperwork. He kept trying to prolong it so it can get past the 60 days. Let me tell you what he'll do. He go, I'm going to be out of office on vacation. I'll get back in. Okay, so the real estate agent again is like, gosh, did he do your application yet? I'm like, no. And then next thing you know, here he comes. He's supposed, okay, a 2-3 week vacation. It was around the holidays, so I can understand that. And then he comes back and goes, hey, I'm back. I'm going to get to your paperwork. This man never gets to our paperwork or application or nothing like that. Then next you know, we call and he goes, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm going to be out of the office again. He just kept saying he's going to be out of the office. Okay, I can't make this up. God is my witness. I don't lie. I don't play on YouTube, because I want you guys to get facts so we can put our facts together. Then after that, after he said, okay, then all of a sudden he goes, oh, I need all your paperwork again. We already submitted it. It just kept giving us the runaround. So we never even got to the application process. So that's why you're renting. And renting is higher than actually buying a home, actually. So pray for us that everything comes to in order. And if this happened to you, tell me, what would you guys do and how do you handle this situation?